Hey guys, so I'm just going to do a basic how to. I'm going to do this water bottle here. There is an update on the Cricut design space, and if you haven't done it, you have to do it. If you open it and it's in Internet Explorer, it won't let you do it, so you have to open it in Chrome, and it works in Chrome to do the update. So you just click on your Cricut design space, open your space, looks something like this. You click on new project. To create a new project. So you'll have your computer here, and you have your Cricut machine. I don't know what kind of Cricut machine you have, but it might be a little bit different than mine. But all the design spaces and everything should be the same. So you want to, where's mine? You want to make sure the USB cord here, is hooked up to your computer. Okay, and then power button, make sure that's on. And you can open the Cricut machine. Alright, so that's all ready to go. So here in your design space, this update actually made things a little bit easier. So it has a grid on it, so you can make sure your project is the exact measurements of whatever you need. It shows it by inches up here. So if I'm going to add text. So right here it says text. You can just click on that. You type in what you want. It's a person's name that I'm putting on here. So I'm going to put that. Now I'm going to change the font, which up here it shows like the different fonts and everything. If you just click down on the arrow, you can choose whatever font. Now if you look here on the side, it tells you what font it is, and if you're scrolling down through them, there's some that are like regular computer fonts, and then there's Cricut fonts, and then if you see here, there's some that have prices on them, and those you do have to purchase if you use them. At the end, when you're done designing, it asks for like a credit card number and stuff, and that's when you put it in. So for this, I'm going to use, and if you know the font name, you can always type it up here, which I'm going to use Retro Script. So when you get your font, if you don't like the spacing of the letters, you can actually click over here where it says ungroup and ungroup the letters. So when you ungroup them, it separates each letter letter by letter, and then you can click each one and move it. So like I want to move them so they're all touching. Once you do ungroup them though, you can't change the font at all. You'd have to delete it and start over. Alright, so then I can highlight them all back together and group them all back together over here. Click on group, and it groups all the letters back together, so it's one piece. And then I can make them as big or small as I want, move it around together and that kind of stuff. So now that I have it at the size that I want to add a little crown on here. So I can go over here to images and click on images. You can go over here and search for crown. Now the images are the same as the fonts. There will be some that you might have to pay for and some that are free. You can, I'm actually subscribed to a monthly subscription, so a lot of these that say, like under here it says subscribe there, those are ones that come with my package. You can also buy some, the same as the fonts. It'll say, right where it says subscribed, it'll say like 99 cents or whatever, like this one. It says 99 cents. So you would have to buy that at the end as well. That would be on your total. Like I bought this one, so once you buy it, you keep it. So see, it says purchased. So I'm gonna actually use that one. So you click on it, and then down here in the right corner, you click insert images. And there it is. Now I want this to be connected to the name. So what I'm gonna do is, if it's different colors, when you go to print it out, it'll notice that. So it will separate the two things if it's different colors and not print it on the same paper. It'll separate it and tell you to put in a new piece of paper because it's a different color. So I'm gonna change this over here by clicking on this pink crown, and then this comes out and you can hit black or whatever color you want so that it goes black. So now I'm gonna make this smaller, and I'm gonna put it up here. Oh, and another thing, if you have this and you want to, like right now, it'll only do it symmetrical in the box. You can actually unlock these, and if you unlock it, then you can make it, you know, any size you want. But if you keep it locked, then it only will do it like a symmetrical shape. So I'm gonna add this up here. Okay, so once that's on there, if you don't weld it together, then it will come up separate and you'll just have to put the crown on separately to the name. But if you weld it together, then it'll come out as all one piece. So what you have to do to weld is you just highlight them together and then come back over here. And then come back over here, and down here you click this weld button right here and just click it and it welds it together. So now it's all done. So another thing I wanted to show you, I'm not going to add this to my project, but if you want to add an image, you can click over here to upload, and you can upload any image that you want. So you have to have the picture saved on your computer. So I'm going to click upload an image. We're going to browse for an image. Let's say I wanted to add this heart thing here. So you would click on it and then you open it up, and it looks something like this. You click on simple and continue, and then up here it says select and erase. So you want to erase all the background color, like here it's white, so when you click on it, it comes to that gray X, and then like this little piece is white, so I'm gonna do that. So now it's all background and all I have is just the heart image. So I did that, and then you're gonna click continue. When you go to continue, it shows you these two things. One says save as a print image, and one says save as a cut image. So if it's a vinyl project that you want cut out, you want to save it as a cut image. But If it's something that you're just going to like print on a piece of paper, then you can save it as a print image. But I always save them as a cut image because I'm usually always doing the vinyl projects. So you want to save it as a cut image and save. And now it's in this little library here of uploaded images. So when you go to your upload over here, you can just click on this image. It'll always be saved in here, and add that to your project by clicking insert image down here. That way, and then there it is. It shows up just like that. You can pretty much Google any image that you want to add whatever image that you want. It usually works. I mean, some images, they can't be, you know, really complex images that have multiple layers and stuff. They don't usually work as well. So, done my project. This is what I'm going to print. So I'm going to go over here and click Make It. It shows up like this. Okay? So here on the side, it shows what material size you have. It shows even in this, like, how many inches it's going to be. 6 inches, which way it's going to print out. It's going to print out just like that. So what I'm going to do, I already kind of pre-cut a piece of paper here that is only like 7 inches or so. So I'm going to put this on my green little board here. Now, because it's a vinyl project, it is going to print just as a regular print. So for example, if you were doing the t-shirts or something, you have to do a mirror image. So when you look over here, it says mirror. You just want to make sure that button is clicked on, and when you click it on, it makes it backwards for you so that it's printed out correctly. So I'm going to unclick this mirror image because we're not doing a t-shirt, we're just doing regular vinyl. So if you're doing regular vinyl, you want your, most of the vinyl pages have this on the back if they're regular vinyl. If they are the t-shirt, they don't have this. It's just this stuff with like a clear cover. So this is regular vinyl, not heat transfer vinyl. And I'm gonna put this on with the glitter side up. If you were doing a heat transfer vinyl, you wanna have the front of it turned over. So I'm gonna put this on. I line it up and put it in the thing here. Now over here we're gonna click continue down on the right side. It's connecting to the machine. Alright, it basically tells you what to do, like, okay, you're gonna load your tools in your mat and all that kind of stuff, and this blinks when it's ready also. So it's ready to load, so I'm just gonna push that button and it, oh, well, that didn't work, hold on. My paper isn't down enough, stuck on there. I'm gonna put you down for just 1 sec, hold on. Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure this is stuck down on there. Alright, so once it's on there, you're going to press that button and it'll pull it in. Alright, so it's ready to cut because this is flashing. So I'm going to press that and it's going to go ahead and pull this in. And it's going to cut my project. It shows you on the screen that it's cutting. If you notice anything wrong with the cut, you can always press the pause button and unload it. And then once it's done, it shows this little blinking thing again. So you'll press that and unload it, and you can just pull it off. Okay, so then you get this image, and I have this little tool. I mean, you can use your fingers really, but this tool is very helpful. So you're gonna pull this up, and I'm gonna try to show you this as best as I can with one hand here. So you're gonna pull this to tear off like all the excess here, if you can see this. All right, I'm gonna pause you for 1 sec. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled all the excess away. So now you see the actual image. You have to pull out like all this middle part and everything. So here, hold up. Okay, just leave it like that, sorry. So I have my bottle. Now normally you can go and get transfer tape. So the transfer tape will actually go on top of this and stick to it, and then you can pull this backing off and it'll be on the transfer, so you can just lay it down and peel the transfer off. I don't have transfer tape, so I do it the cheap way. What I do is I start peeling the top of this off and tear halfway down. So, hold on, this will just take me a sec here. Alright, so I pull halfway down on each letter, and I'll tear the backing off. So
it's fine. It's nothing.
Sorry.
Pulling out the straw. Shh.
Sorry, this just takes me a minute here. Obviously, it's much easier if you use the transfer paper. I will tell you that I think there are different kinds of transfer paper, because when I bought my vinyl, I usually buy it on happycrafters.com because it's much cheaper, much cheaper than getting it in the stores. So they did send me a transfer paper once, but it was like a strong material. I think you can get different kinds of material, but that one was a strong one, and it actually ruined my vinyl when I was using it. So I tend to do it this way rather than use the transfer paper because of that. All right. Last little bit here. Okay, so once you have kind of tore this off, let me try to get this little section here. Okay, so once I have this, I'm gonna lay it on my thing here that I want it on, exactly in the position that I want it. And I we'll just push it down so that the top part that I have out here will just stick right to the bottle. That way it's all in line. Okay, so that's on there. It's all in line how it should be. Now I will you can back up a little bit here. I'll pull this off. Be careful that that doesn't stick down yet unless you're ready to. So then you can just go ahead and stick it down and smooth it out once it's off. Alright, so then you can just keep working and make sure you smooth it out, and that's how you do it. So then it shows up like that on there. Another, if you're doing a t-shirt, then you can always, you know, once you pull it off and everything, and it shows the work on there, then you pull the backing off, you put it on the t-shirt and iron it on. You know, I even iron right on the plastic stuff, because if you put something over it, sometimes it doesn't get hot. Unless you have a heat press, that works too. So this was just a simple project. If you have other questions, feel free to let me know. There's a lot of stuff to do on it, so I probably didn't even show you the half of it. But feel free to ask me questions. I can try to help you out as much as I can. And yeah, so hopefully that helped you a little bit, and just let me know. Thanks.